Hey guys, it's me. It's Robert. Um, this is my first official video on salvia, on my project, I guess you could say. You know, the intro. I have this, or the program, I guess you could say, or series is it's broken up into 28 parts, but from my practices, trying to record over and over and over again, I think I got it pretty well. It's not perfect, but it will be alright. Out of the 28 things, I'm going to try to get into 4 of them. And again, starting with the history of this drug. Well, the history of this drug begins in Mexico, in the Oaxaca portion of Mexico. I'm not sure where that is, but this drug was used by shamans 200 years ago, and they used it for spiritual reasons, introspection and whatnot. And the history isn't like that extensive, really. If it is, then I'm not thinking straight or have been misinformed. But it's kind of like psychology, as in like it's a young science kind of. I mean, it's a young subject in this case. And the botany of this plant, it belongs to the mint family. There's like 8 different siblings that Divinorum has. It has there's like Salvia Hispanica, and like several of others, but I didn't know a lot about those plants. But it is part of the mint family and whatnot. So when did it get publicized? Recently, back in 2005 or so. And the story with those is it all started with Miley Cyrus and taking this hit of a bong filled with salvia, and she gets all stupid, and that's kind of what the drug does. But that's not till later on. But after people saw Miley Cyrus trip out on this thing, they thought it would be a good idea to follow her example. That's what mainstream crap does to you. That's why I stay away from mainstream crap, or try to. But, back in 2005, people started to record themselves getting high off of this thing. And why people like showing themselves tripping out on this drug is to get a laugh, because it's a really funny thing to witness. And people abuse this drug, and I don't know why people do this. I have done salvia before, and that's not till later on either, but I mean, I could see why it's funny and whatnot. People laugh their asses off. It's one of the side effects. But the history is, again, back in the 1800s or so, used by shamans first mainstream recording of this drug was actually back in the 30s, but that got kind of pushed away a little bit for some reason. I mean, hell, when they found out LSD was a psychoactive drug, they didn't say, oh, yeah, that's not important. People got all crazy with that crap, from what I've heard. But, and Miley Cyrus with her bong, and that's how it got publicized. You know, that's how it got popular. So, hopefully this makes sense. This is going to conclude my first video, and from what I remember, I've covered the first 4. That's the intro and the history, intro to me, and like, oh, I'm finally doing this, the history of the drug, the botany of the drug, the family it's in, or the family it's in, and when it got publicized, and the recent history of it. So, hopefully I'm not boring the hell out of you, you know, but that is the end of my first go-around, but stay tuned, and I'll try to get something more done. You know, I will probably write out the stuff before I actually read it aloud, or talk aloud. But, yeah, that's kind of the history of this drug. So, that's it, I guess. Have a good night, you know, and have a safe week, I guess. And if you are considering doing research on this drug, or wanting to do this drug, do not do it until you see my educational or informative series, but also do research for yourself as well. That is the most important thing I cannot stress enough. Do your own research. Because I'm not gonna be responsible for anyone's death or injury. But again, I am very accurate with this information. But yeah, that's the end of this section. So okay, kids, be safe.